Okay, hello. Well, I was looking at the YouTube this morning, and I saw an ad for this. Why I joined the Mormon Church from a Zelf on the Shelf, and I think maybe her name's Tanner. But then I found out that it was about her, the sister joining, but then leaving as well, and yeah, so it's well, I mean, it's prayers for her or for you. It's tragic, in my opinion, my experience when people find they must try something else. And I'm just sorry that you felt you had to leave, though. I mean, it's incredibly complicated, I can tell. You said that you could only say so much. Can only say so much in a video. And I just wanted to promise you, though, with all the concerns that you had, there's hope for a way back eventually. And yeah, and like there are amazing answers, and the timing has to be right, and then the right. There's got to be certain foundations laid to ask questions, and it can take time. So it's part of the human condition. It's the condition. Of course, I believe it's a fallen world. I know it is. Anyway, so I mean, and concerns about there being problems of prejudice and neurosis, and that's true. I mean, there's just been so much that has happened in the last 180 years from the little bit I've been able to discover. That to process that all, it's an incredible thing. So I know there's always, the ratio to me is like there's about, I don't like looking at numbers, but it seems like about 20% of the church are like the best people, and just for health wise, for everything, and then there's about 50% that are a little bit like judgy, and then there's about, or maybe 40%, 30, and then around 30% that are just don't know what's going on, just kind of were culturally born into it and haven't really developed their own thinking or understanding. They just kind of follow just copy other people, and which works for a time, but like President Nelson said, that he did say that eventually we're going to have to walk our own walk with the Lord, or we're not going to be able to survive spiritually. So it's not a hive mind. I know you said everyone's has the opportunity, hopefully. I know there's a lot of, sometimes there's not the opportunity, it seems like, to think for oneself or to ask one's own questions, but boy, you need to be prepared to do that, and know what's appropriate to be counseled on and what's not appropriate. And I've been studying for 13 years, and that's my claim. It's my, and I've just been blessed so far. The Lord's keeping me, And well, yeah, when I joined 13 years ago, I thought I was entering heaven. I thought everyone would just be like my mentor. But I found that, like President Uchtdorf talked about, that it's not heaven yet. It's not even, sometimes personally it can be heaven. Through the Spirit, you can feel previews of the eternal worlds. But for now, he says that the church is not, it's not a car showroom or a showroom of any kind. It's a hospital. Like there's people that are sick. I mean, we're supposed to comfort those that stand in need of comfort. And then the riches thing. I mean, the riches. Oh, so I just wanted to offer you hope that I know you've made your choice now and you're deep into it, but maybe in like a decade or maybe 7 decades or something, or maybe sooner, to come back, because it's true. It's just too deep. I mean, when you really get into the fullness of all the doctrine that there is, it's just so deep and comprehensive. And yeah, certain things are so controversial, and but there are answers for them, and I don't want to just give general pat answers, because it needs to be individualized. You got to know the condition, or at least try to know the condition of the person you're trying to communicate with. I mean, ideally, every member should try to be researching. It depends on one's gifts. I hope more people would try to be like a counselor, work with people where they're at, and not just swing the gavel of doctrine. So I mean, perfecting the saints is still part of the mission of the church, and that there's a lot of healing that needs to happen, and we're sure not done learning, not even close. So I need blessings to you, sister, and hopefully things work out according to your understanding, in the spirit of Romans 14 and the 11th article of faith. Okay, God bless.